Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to a new episode of ILU BIM series. So we're working on this model from very long, and in the last video we've seen how we can create such beautiful stairs in Autodesk Revit. So if you're wondering why the railing are missing here, so I wanted to show it again so I can show you how you can actually draw railings on any platform or any host. So in the previous videos you've seen how we can add railing to the floor, and then in the last video we have seen how we can add railing to these stairs. So in this video I'll try to add railing on this side and finally on this side of the landing. So for that, let's go to the top view of this model. We can also go to the any of the floor. The best way is go to any of the floor. So let's go to the second floor. Now we are in the second floor, so you can open the tile window so we can see both the changes in 2D and 3D view. So now let's go to the railing and the architecture tab, and from here let's pick our new host. So I'll select these stairs as my new host, and let's start drawing our railing. So let's start it from here, and the arrow would show you where you want to the stairs to go. So it is now going in the forward direction. So let's draw it till here, and let's finish this and see if the railings are installed correctly. So you see the railings are installed correctly and they are bended with the landing. So this is fine. Let's add another set of railing here at this position. So let's go back to architecture, railing, then pick new host, select on the railing. Now let's draw our railing like this. So let's finish this and see if our railings are placed correctly. So yeah, our railings are placed correctly. So now what we gonna do, so we have to actually in this video I wanted to show you how you can actually render your models, and close this window and show the 3D view of this model. So in this video I plan to show you how you can use Autodesk cloud rendering. So you don't have to use a high GPU machine or a strong computer for performing renders. So if you want basic render, actually the render quality is not that bad as compared to the other renders, but it is free and you can use Autodesk cloud computing for those rendering. So that's, I think, is a good opportunity to avail. So we have this model ready. So for rendering, let's first add some cameras. So I want one camera in this position. So let's go to the ground floor, and in the ground floor let's add one camera here, and we can add another cameras too. So for cameras you can go to the view tab, and the view tabs you have all these options where you can go to the 3D view, select the camera, go to the walkthrough. So you can also create a walkthrough video too. So we'll talk about that in another video, but let's focus on cloud rendering, which is this option render in cloud. And you can access your cloud rendering by clicking on render gallery, and you would be transferred, or you would be shifted to that window, so your browser, where you can see all your renders. So now let's add a camera. So click on the camera icon in the view tab under create, and now let's place it here. I like to place it in this position, and now you want to select its orientation view you want to see actually. So you can imagine that this camera is you, and now you are looking at the model from that direction. So let's make it this, and now you can see that your model looks like this from this position. So if I open this window, and now you can select the format, or you can select the style. So I'll change its to the details to fine and the graphic display option to realistic. So let's it load. Now you can see that this is our model. It looks like this from that direction. So you can also extend the extent of your render. So let's extend it to the boundaries, so we can have access of fairly enough model. So I think this is enough. You can also change its properties, like its height and other stuff. Like here you can see that the eye elevation is 5 feet 6 inches and the target elevation is also 5 feet 6 inches. So we are looking straight at 5 feet 6 inches from the camera location to this model. If you want to change your eye elevation, like for example, I want to look at 5 feet 6 inches of this floor or this model from, suppose I'm very short, just imagine that, like 3 feet, and now you can see that the camera would be updated like that. So now you can see that it's literally like I'm looking from the floor, but if I change it to suppose 10 feet, you would see like I'm looking from a drone or something like that. So you see it is like this. So we are still looking at 5 feet 6 inches of the target elevation, but we are looking from 10 feet of height. Suppose we are looking from 30 feet, and let's see how does it look. So when I apply these changes, you would see that I'm still looking at that 5 feet of the elevation of target, but now I'm looking from 30 feet height. So I'll bring it back to somehow like 5.5 feet. I think this is enough, and this looks pretty good. So let's just render this view. So let's add another view too. So one is this view. For the another view, let's go back to the ground floor, and I would like to add a render from the interior. So for that, I will go back to the camera, select my camera, for instance from this position, and let's fix it like this. So now our camera is fixed like this. You can also you also have an access to change its extent. So now it is like tell here, so you can also extend its extent from this place, go back to the 3D view, and now you can change till where you would like to see. So for example, you would like to see like this. I think this is enough like this. So to here, and let's see its fine details and graphic displays realistic, and let's see how does it look. So now it looks like this. So I think these two are enough. We should render it in cloud and see what are the results we get. So one is this render and another one is this render. You can also use render, but that would use your GPU or your graphical your system performance. So of course that would slow down your process and also cost some more power. But when you use render in cloud, so Autodesk cloud computing power would use, and you can use your model, and you can work on your model while the render is being ready. So let's click on render in cloud. So now options would come where you can select the quality and other options. So it says select the 3D views to render in the cloud. So we want 3D view 1 and 3D view 2, right? So let's select these two. Now the output type, what we would want, the still image we want a panorama, stereo panorama, illuminance. So for instance, we want a still image, and the render quality you can select for final or the standard render. So let's go for the standard one. I think let's go for the final one, and you can select the size of the render. The more size you want, the more time it would take. But let's select something decent like large 2.25 megapixel, and the exposure, which exposure do you want, a native exposure or advanced. So I will select email you when complete, so you would get an email notification when your render is complete. So click on render. So these both renders would now start. So once it is uploaded, the scenes are uploaded, and then I can click on continue and background. So now I can work like previously in my model, and the rendering would go in background, like it would go in cloud. Once this icon is disappeared, so you can go to render gallery and see your cloud. So till then I'll pause this video.
So I have received an email notification, and also you can see here from this list that completed renderings icon is shown. So if you click on this, you will be directed to your Autodesk rendering website page. So you can see here I am given access to this page. So here you can see all the rendering. So this was the project which we used for renderings, and it had 2 renders which we initiated. So I will open this up, and let's see how the renders were completed. So this is the first one which we did from the exterior. This is that render, and another one from the interior. This is the interior render. You see there is no detail here, but in the render you can see all the detail, the shadow of these walls, because the sun is from that direction. We'll see in the exterior render, and the light is only in this portion of the render because of the sunlight. So this is how good the cloud rendering of Autodesk is, and you can use it for free if you have the student version or premium subscription. So you see there is no light source here, so we can see it here it is full dark, and only light is from the exterior and from this window. Let's go to the exterior render and see. So you can see this is the exterior render, and we can see pretty much details, like the reflection of this car and this glass, the reflection of this car and that window, and the shadow of this cantilever portion on this wall, and other details like the shadow of this car, the background sky with some clouds, and these beautiful trees. So you can use Autodesk cloud rendering for such renders, and if you're satisfied with the results, then you can and your model is complete, then you can go for the other big renders like Lumion, Twinmotion, Inkscape, etc. So for start, I think the Autodesk cloud rendering is best, and you can avail this property or this opportunity for free, and can get pretty much good results. So I think this was enough for this class, and let's proceed further in building information modeling and exploring it, how we can use Autodesk Revit for building information modeling and related stuff. So if you have liked this video, please leave a comment and tell me what do you think about the series and upcoming videos. If you have any suggestion, I would definitely appreciate it. And subscribe this channel, like this video, share it with your friends who are interested in building information modeling. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.